You're a worthless, good-for-nothing leech. How long are you going to keep sucking the life out of my family, huh? Have you no shame at all for what you're doing, you dumb cow?
Christine, I have no idea what's gotten into you. But can you please stop sending me these messages? I already have enough of your abuse at home. I don't need this kind of crap following me to work where I am right now.
Don't you dare talk to me about your work. You think you're so special just because you have a job, but you barely make any money? And you always use it as an excuse to avoid helping me with the housework. You're utterly useless.
It's not an excuse. I have a full-time job, and sometimes I help you with the housework and sometimes I don't. Would you rather I quit my job so I can be at home all the time to serve you?
Is that supposed to be some kind of threat? I already told you that you can't lord your pathetic little job over me when you make so little. When I was your age, I was working and keeping the house spotless all by myself. And I never whined about it. I just wish you and Mike would finally get a divorce and spare me from having to deal with such a horrible daughter-in-law. I have no clue what he sees in you or what he was thinking when he married you. Not only are you completely useless around the house, but you're also fat and ugly. I doubt anyone could ever love you.
Well, I'm sorry for being such a burden, Christine. But I really don't think you have to say all these things to me to make your point. And just because you don't think I'm doing enough doesn't mean I'm not doing a lot of things that you don't even notice. So I would really appreciate it if you could just keep your rude comments to yourself. And please stop treating me like this. I'm not asking you to compliment me or say what a good job I'm doing or anything like that. All I'm asking of you is that you keep your mean words and nasty attitude to yourself and just let us live our lives.
Well, too bad for you. I have no intention of stopping anything I'm saying. And why should I, when all I'm doing is telling the truth?
I really don't get why you have to keep saying all this stuff, though. I mean, I'm trying to be polite here and asking you to stop.
And who do you think you are to tell me anything at all? Do you have any idea how much I hate you? I've been at the end of my rope ever since you and Mike got married, and I've been pushed way past it for a long time now. I won't be silenced just because I'm hurting your feelings.
Christine, I really don't understand why you always have to take things so far. I'm not trying to silence you or tell you what you can or can't say to me. I'm just asking for the sake of the peace of the house that you please stop doing this. I mean, I still don't know what I've ever done to you to deserve this.
You think you can act all sweet and innocent just because my son and husband like you? But they don't know the real you. They haven't seen the darkness inside you. I know you think you're better than all of us, but you're just laughing at my whole family behind our backs, aren't you?
I'm not doing anything like that at all, and I'm glad that your husband and I get along so well. If you're mad at me for being nice to my husband and father-in-law, then I don't know what to say to you. But I can tell you that I really hate the way you're talking to me right now. If anyone is acting crazy and rude or putting people down, it's you. Everyone else in this house is fine.
And what are you trying to say with that, huh? You think I'm jealous of you or something? There's no way I would be jealous of a fat, ugly, useless girl like you. I'm not jealous of you at all. I just can't stand you one bit. Your smug face, your brown-nosing attitude. How dare you try to cozy up to my family and leech off our money when you're not even related to us? I can't stand a woman like you.
We're not related by blood, but I am married to your son. And you are my mother-in-law. I don't get why you're so upset with me living with you all when I work and contribute to everything. But instead, you just keep insulting me and putting me down all the time. It really hurts me, you know that? But if you really think there's something wrong with me, or that I have some evil plans for your family, then why don't you talk to them about it? Why are you coming to me? I think I know why. And I think it's because you know you're the only one who feels this way.
You young women are all the same. You think you know better than the woman who came before you. Just because you're young and pretty. Well, let me tell you something, Missy. One day you won't be so young. You're already not very pretty anyway, so you better learn your place.
Okay, well, you keep saying you're not jealous. But the more you say it, the more it sounds like jealousy to me. And I'm sorry, but I'm at work and I don't have time to deal with your petty jealousy. So I'm going to go.
You're a terrible, disgusting, awful, useless little brat. Do you know that? I'm never going to let you get away with what you're doing to my family. Do you hear me?
That's fine, because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to be a friend and a good family member.
I will make sure you're kicked out of this house and that you never come back again. You're going to pay for what you've done, and I won't let you get away with it.
Christine, please calm down. You're being ridiculous. I don't see what there is to be so angry about. I don't think I'm doing anything to your family at all. And if you think I am, then you should talk to them about it. But honestly, I have no clue what you're talking about. And all you're doing is being mean and saying scary things to me. So if this is all you have to say, then I'm going to get back to my work.
Don't bother coming home today, or ever again for that matter.
Hello, Christine. What are you going on about now? I'm sure I'll regret even asking you.
As of today, you and Mike are history. I did what any good mother would do and signed your divorce papers for you. Now they're already in the mail, and nothing you can do will stop this.
What? You filed for divorce for Mike and me without our consent?
That's right. And now that you two are no longer married, I have every right to kick you out of this house for good. Finally, I can get rid of this terrible parasite that's been sucking the life out of my family for so long.
Are you serious? You really did that? You really forged divorce papers and sent them to the court. And now you're telling me that your son and I are going to be legally divorced?
Haha, I'm glad you get it. So I don't have to explain it to you any further. But yes, that's exactly what I did. And now that you and my son are over, there's no reason for a blood-sucking vampire like you to stay here anymore. So why don't you just go and leave us alone forever? I haven't been this happy since I don't remember when. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
So you did this without knowing that I was actually paying for everything in this house and for everyone in it, right? I guess if you did know that, and you hated me so much that you didn't care, I could almost respect that.
What? What are you talking about? You were paying for everything in the house? Is that some kind of joke? You think I'm going to believe that? I knew from the start that you only cared about yourself. Don't you dare try to tell me that you were doing anything for us. I know that you've always been and always will be a horrible, useless leech. And that's why I broke you and Mike up.
Wow, so you really have no idea what you've just done to your family, do you? Is that what you're telling me? Well, okay, since you've gone this far, I guess I'll just do what you say and go away. But don't say I didn't warn you, Christine.
Oh, please, you know that. You're not fooling anyone with this act of yours, do you? I know that you were nothing but a burden to all of us. And that's why I got rid of you. I never liked you from the beginning. And now I finally found a way to get rid of you for good.
Well, then, thank you for setting me free. I guess I should be grateful.
You don't have to fake it for me, Naomi. That you're really crushed inside. Don't act like you wanted this to happen. Now that it's too late.
I'm not putting on an act. Christine, I'm really happy that this happened. That you did this for me. You have no idea how much of a relief this is. I can finally move on with my life. I thought I was stuck in this horrible situation forever. Anyway, I'm heading to the courthouse now.
What for? Are you going to try and tell them that those divorce papers are fake? It's too late for that. They've already been processed by now. Your marriage is over, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
You think I'm going to the courthouse to cancel the divorce? No way! This is my opportunity to get out of this hellhole. I wouldn't sabotage it for myself by doing that.
Your opportunity? What are you talking about? I was the one who kicked you out. You should be devastated about this. You should be furious. You have nothing left. No family, no home, no nothing. Where are you going to sleep tonight, huh?
Yeah, good point. I guess I'll have to find a new place, won't I? Well, good luck with everything on your end.
Me? Good luck? No, you're the one who needs good luck. I have my family with me, but you have nothing. Don't you get that? What's wrong with you? Are you that stupid that you don't realize what I've done to you?
Oh, I get it just fine. Thank you. And thank you so much for doing this for me. I really mean it.
I just received a letter of eviction in the mail. The letter said that all three of us had to move out of the house as soon as possible. Not only that, but the letter was addressed from you. Is this some kind of twisted joke or something?
Sorry, what are you talking about? I didn't really bother to read through all of that. You got some mail or something?
Don't you act like you have no clue what this is about. You're the one who sent the letter, and I want to know what the hell you're thinking.
Right, yeah. I sent you the letter, and now you have to leave the house. Is there something that you're not getting about that? I think if you read the letter, it's all explained to you in plain English. I didn't think that it would be such a difficult concept for you to understand. It's my house, so I'm kicking all of you out and selling it. It's really that simple. Do you get it now?
This has to be some kind of sick joke, right? You can't be serious about that. You don't own this home. It's ours. You can't just say that you own it. Send some letters and expect us to do whatever you say.
Well, it might have been your home once, but it's not your house anymore. You remember how I said I was going to the courthouse, right? Well, that's because I needed to fill out some forms and change the name on the deed of the house.
Change the name on the deed? What did you do? What are you talking about?
I mean that the house might have been under your family name since I got it after Mike and I got married. But after we got divorced, I went ahead and changed my name back to my maiden name. That included changing my name on everything from the house to the car title. It's all mine now, and it always was, but now there's no doubt about it.
Hold on a second. Is that why you've been taking so long and not returning our car to us?
Well, again, like I just said, it was never your car. It was always mine. I paid the down payment and I've been the one making the payments ever since. All I did was change everything back to my maiden name. So, no, You and your family can't even try to claim any ownership of it at all.
Wait, what? This doesn't make any sense at all. How can you just do that to someone's property?
Let's get one thing clear. You and your family never paid for anything. Your names were not on any loans or deeds or titles. I was paying for everything for everyone this whole time with my own salary. So now that we're divorced, all of that belongs to me.
Wait a second. I just went to my office and looked through my copies of all the important documents that we have. And what you said is true. It really was your name on everything? But with our last name, are you really telling me that this means we have to move out? You can't do that to us. It's not fair at all.
I guess this means that you, Mike, and your husband still have no idea what's about to happen to you. You might want to fill them in on the situation because I've been ignoring every call and text the two of them have been sending me for the last week. You'd think that they would have figured out that something was wrong by now.
I just told them that you told me that you were going on a last-minute vacation out of the country, and that you weren't getting back to them because you didn't have any service. But I had no idea that you were going to do something like this to our own family. It's sick. How can you live with yourself? How can you throw us out like this?
Well, I'm afraid that you're asking those questions to the wrong person. You really should have done your homework before you just sent off your forged divorce papers for Mike and me. But like you said, it's too late to do anything about it now. So I just did what I could to change my name on my documents. And now the house and car and everything else is all mine, like it always was, really. And I've already found a buyer for the house, so you all need to move out as soon as possible, or else you'll be forcibly evicted by the authorities.
But this can't be. It has to be a joke. You can't honestly be telling me that you are the one who has been paying for everything for all of us this whole time. Was this your plan all along? To hold the house hostage? So that if I ever kicked you out, then you could get your revenge on us like this?
Of course not. That was never my intention with any of this at all. I wanted to pay because I could afford it. And you all were my family. But did you really never once question who it was that was putting down payments on some of the biggest things around here? I mean, do you know anything about who makes how much money in this family? Do you not know anything about how the house has been run at all?
I don't understand. This can't be happening to me right now. I refuse to believe a word that you're saying to me.
Believe it or not, I have been paying for everything for the past year that we've all been living together.
But then, what about my husband? What about Mike? What have they been doing this whole time?
Well, for your husband, I was actually also paying down his debt for him.
His debt? What does that mean? My husband doesn't have any debt. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So you're telling me that neither your son nor your husband told you that they were unemployed? You really ought to be showing me a bit more gratitude for all that I've been doing for you, you know?
Hold on a second. The two of them are unemployed? As in, neither of them has a job at all? That can't be right.
Well, it is. Once again, I don't really know what to tell you, except that you should really be paying more attention to important details like this.
You're lying to me. I don't believe you. It can't be true at all. You're just trying to trick me.
I really am not trying to trick you at all. I've been very honest about what's been going on around here for the past year. But if you haven't been paying any attention whatsoever, I understand how this all might be a shock to you. But you can really only blame your own ignorance.
But then everything, the home loan, the car payments, the utilities, it's all been you?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I assume that you probably thought it was your husband or son covering those things, but it was me the whole time. Now that you've gone and split Mike and me up, though, I don't really see any need to keep doing that for you all.
But why didn't anyone ever say anything about this to me? What's wrong with everyone? I deserve to know this.
It's probably because they didn't want to deal with you, since they knew how you would react if you knew the truth.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? How did they think I would react if I found out that neither of them had a job?
Well, you'd probably just be nagging them all the time about job hunting and working and not having enough money. I can't really say that I blame them for keeping it a secret from you. I mean, you were just one of the most nosy and rude people I've ever met, and I would probably do the same if I was in their shoes. But honestly, I am just glad that you're not going to be my problem anymore. It's so nice to be freed of you.
What are you trying to say? How are you free of me? I'm still your mother-in-law. You can't do this to me.
Actually, you're not my mother-in-law. Mike and I are divorced, remember? So, given all that, I really don't owe you anything.
But why didn't you fight the divorce? Could it be that you wanted to leave Mike this whole time?
What do you think? I was living in a house full of unemployed and unmotivated people who never showed me any gratitude for all that I was doing for them. On top of that, he never once stood up for me against you, while he eagerly asked me to pay for every little thing of his. Do you really think that's a marriage worth staying in?
But then you're just going to leave us all like that? Just like that?
Yeah. I mean, that sounds really wonderful, actually. I mean, I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again.
I just don't even know what to say. How could this happen to us?
I can tell you how. You are a horrible bully who took it upon yourself to get your son and me divorced, and now I'm free of all of you. So I have to say that I really am grateful for all that you did for me. Consider us even now.
Naomi, you can't be serious about this. Please, I am so sorry. I'm sorry for bullying you. I'm sorry for the divorce. I'm sorry for everything. Can't we just make up and be friends again? Think of how hard you're going to make things for us.
Yeah, that's a no. I don't want anything to do with any of you ever again. You do understand what that means, don't you?
But why not? Why can't we just go back to the way things were?
That's exactly the problem. The way things were was awful, and I don't want that for me ever again. I couldn't bring myself to ask for a divorce before now, but now that it's already done, I'll happily accept it. Anyways, good luck figuring out between the three of you who is going to have to get off their butts and find a job. After that, Christine kept sending me endless messages, begging me to forgive her and take her and her family back. It was honestly getting very pathetic, and I couldn't stand it anymore, so I finally blocked her number. They had only a few days to pack their bags, and when Sunday came, they had left and the house was completely empty. I heard from neighbors that all that week there were loud arguments coming from the house. Christine had to go back to work since she was the one who ruined the arrangement that they had been living off of for so long. But even her salary wasn't enough to support all of them, and soon they all had to find some kind of work or another. I felt a mix of relief and anger as I watched them leave. I couldn't believe that they had taken advantage of me for so long, and that Christine had tried to get me divorced from Mike. I was glad that I was free of them, but I also wondered how they would survive without me. I hoped that they would learn their lesson and become more responsible. but I also knew that I didn't want anything to do with them ever again.
Ethan? Are you awake? Answer me.
Hi. Good morning, baby.
Finally. You didn't show up yesterday. What were you doing on our 9th anniversary, Ethan?
Oh, I'm really sorry, baby.
Just what? You just forgot that you had a girlfriend and a 9-year relationship?
No. I wanted to be there with you on our anniversary. I swear.
Then tell me why you weren't. I'd been sitting alone and waiting at the restaurant for hours. Every single person in that restaurant was staring at me. All of them. And I had no idea where you were and when you would come. I called you 1,000,000 times. Why didn't you pick up?
Listen, I know yesterday was our big day, but I got work to do. I couldn't leave my office because we had a problem with the coming project. Everybody had to stay. How could I leave?
You were at your office the whole time? Really?
Yes. Someone messed up our most important project of the year because of a stupid mistake. And my whole team had to stay up all night to fix it. What a nightmare.
But why didn't you answer my phone calls?
Baby, I was so busy that I couldn't touch my phone at all. If I had known you were calling me, I would definitely have picked it up.
Oh, honey. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had such a bad day.
That's okay. I understand how excited you have been about the day since last month. Baby, I really want to meet you right now, but I just got home like 10 minutes ago.
You really must be exhausted now.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry again. What can I do for you on our anniversary?
That's not a big deal now. We'll talk about it later, after you had a good night's sleep, okay?
Is that okay? Because you were so excited about it. I feel bad if I just go to sleep right now. I really want to make up for you.
Totally fine. We have it, like, every year, so no big deal, honey. You mean more to me than anything. I really want to say thank you.
Why? Why do you thank me?
Well, this might be a little bit crazy, but when you didn't show up, I thought you would break up with me yesterday.
Huh? Why would you have that thought?
Well, I thought that because you didn't show up and I couldn't call you. And then I think about how detached you've been recently. But now we're good, and I know that I was just being paranoid.
Yes, absolutely. You know I love you, honey. We're better than ever.
I know, and I'm so happy.
So, can I sleep now?
Of course. I'll call you in the morning. Love ya.
I love you too. Bye. Honey, I just texted her. She hasn't found out I was at your place last night. She believed the story we made up. I'll take a shower real quick and pick you up in 1 hour, okay?
What? Whose house were you at? Oh my god, Ethan. I can't believe that I trusted you and your stupid story.
Layla? Oh, no. That's a mistake, baby. No, it's an accident.
Mistake? Accident? Oh, I'm not a fool, Ethan. You're even taking her on another date. You're cheating on me. Tell me, who is this girl?
No, I can't. I don't want to ruin your friendship.
My friendship? I don't have many friends. I'm just close to one girl from high school, and oh my freaking god. Don't tell me you cheated on me with Beverly. My best friend? Are you serious?
See? I told you I don't want to ruin your friendship. You only have one friend. If you find out about my relationship with her, you won't have anyone left.
You know I only have one friend, and you decided to hook up with her? How kind of you, you scumbag cheater.
Come on. It's almost 10 years, you know? Sometimes I got bored, and I just wanted to take a rest. I bet you too, right?
No, I don't think about having an affair. Not for a moment.
Then now you can. I mean, you can go fooling around with one of my friends. Then it's a tie for both of us.
Are you drunk? Because you're acting like an idiot right now. I never lower my standards for what you said. A tie?
Listen, honey, I'm really sorry, okay? Yesterday was actually a hard day for me. I just wanted to chill out a little bit.
And it ended up leaving your girlfriend alone on your anniversary to hook up with her only friend. Oh, let me say it again. Your ex-girlfriend.
Okay, fine. Fine. I admit it. I had an affair with your best friend. I'm sick of you in this damn relationship. I'm happy with Beverly now.
Congrats, Mr. Cheater, you horrible man. Screw both of you.
Now that we're over, let me tell you something. Beverly is way better than you. She's beautiful and understanding. She brings out the good sides of me. She always appears when I call. Not like you.
Oh yeah? And she's a cheater, just like you.
Layla, I'm happy with Beverly. I hope you leave us alone. I don't want you to hurt my girlfriend, okay? And don't ever beg me to come back to you.
Me? Begging you? Don't worry, because it's never gonna happen. Now get out of my life. Both of you, bastard.
Hey, Layla. I guess you heard about me and Ethan, right?
If you mean the disgusting relationship between you and my ex-boyfriend, yeah, I did.
That's rude, Layla. Don't say that to your best and only friend.
Well, not anymore. How can I call you my best friend after what you did with my boyfriend behind my back? I'm so ashamed of you, Beverly.
Honey, you should be happy for us.
Wow, how come?
As a best friend and an ex-girlfriend, you know when someone important to you finally finds their soulmate, you should congratulate them.
Even though you stabbed me in the back, ruining my 10-year relationship and stealing my boyfriend? Also, I don't care about either of you anymore. Be gone.
Actually, it's just 9 years, Layla, not 10.
Oh, now you have my boyfriend, so you know about my relationship better than me, huh?
Layla, that's not what I meant. This was never the way I planned, I swear. At first, it was an accident, but now it feels so right. I mean, the connection, emotionally, mentally, physically. It's incredible. He's so amazing, Layla. He brings out the good side of me.
Oh, now you even speak like each other. That's so cute. And it makes me puke, bastard.
Oh my god! Layla! How dare you?
You know what? You're both cheaters. No doubt that you guys belong to each other. Good match, huh?
Fine, if you say so. I can't do anything to save our friendship.
Ha ha. You're really funny, Beverly. Where on earth do you get the idea of saving our friendship? Let me remind you, the second you put your hands on my boyfriend, there's nothing called friendship between us.
After all, you're not his match. I know he's been tortured for 9 years with such an ugly girl like you. Now he deserves someone better, like me. I wish I had taken him away from you earlier. Thanks for quitting Ethan, anyway.
No, Beverly. Thanks for taking the garbage from my life.
Ugh, you'll regret it one day.
Then I'm frankly looking forward to that day. Let's see who will regret it first.
Hi, honey. Long time no see. How are you doing?
Who's that?
Oh my god, it's me, Beverly. Your best and only friend. Did you delete my number?
Oh, Beverly. I almost forgot that you're still alive.
Come on, Layla. It's been 6 months. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you still angry with me?
Not until you texted me and reminded me of what you had done.
Don't be sad, girl. I bet you're still not over Ethan yet, are you? Don't worry. I'll brighten your day up a little with the story about my recent beautiful life.
Thanks. I'm not really in the mood.
You're my friend, Layla. I really want to share it with you.
Go talk to your boyfriend. I don't have time for this, okay?
Ethan is kind of busy these days. Wait, don't you know that he's just got promoted? Well, his income has tripled since then. Also, we're in the best stage of our relationship. Ethan is such a sweet man. He never lets me do anything.
Yeah, I heard about his promotion. Congrats, Mrs. Manager Girlfriend.
How did you know? Are you still texting Ethan? If so, I warn you, stay away from him. He's never getting back with you, Layla.
Ha ha, Beverly. You're still so funny. Why do I have to lower my standards to text a cheater? And he's not the one who told me about this promotion.
Then who? Don't freak out. It's just someone who's working at the same company as your boyfriend.
I think you don't know him.
It seems like my old friend is hitting on someone, right? I'm happy for you. Can you bring that man to my wedding next month?
What? You're going to marry Ethan?
Yes. Why are you so surprised?
Nah, I thought your relationship with Ethan wouldn't last long.
Why not?
Firstly, you're cheaters, and cheaters will revert to their cheating ways.
Stop it!
Secondly, you've never had a serious relationship, more than 2 months long.
You're wrong. Now I have one.
Hold on. I think I know the reason why you're still with Ethan. Because of his money? How obvious.
You know nothing, Layla. Don't bring money into my relationship with Ethan. You're just so jealous of me that you can't bear looking at me as being happy.
Am I?
Definitely!
Then is it okay if I make him fall in love with me again? You know, we have the past.
Oh my god, I knew it. You're not over Ethan yet. He is so great that you want to steal him from me, don't you? But sorry, baby. It doesn't work. He's my fiancé now.
Beverly, why do you sound so insecure like that? Settle down, I'm just kidding. Just let you know that I've got my fiancé too.
Really? Is that the man who's told you about my fiancé's promotion? I guess he's a low-rank employee, isn't he? Has he been under contract yet? If not, my fiancé might be able to help him.
Don't worry. I think he'll get some by himself.
Okay. But if you need my help, I can lend you some money. Now, let's talk about my wedding. You know, I've been dreaming about my perfect wedding since I was a kid, right?
I guess there will be an orchestra, a lot of flowers and candles, and a gourmet meal.
Exactly. Ethan said he would pay for anything I wanted. He makes my dreams come true. It'll be the best wedding you've ever seen. I'd like to invite you to my big day.
Why do you need your ex-best friend and your fiancé's ex-girlfriend at your wedding?
Well, I think I want to walk down the aisle before your very eyes. You should see how happy we are. I'll send you the invitation tomorrow. Remember to come and bring your man, Layla. Layla, is the man sitting next to you your fiancé?
That's right.
Wow, he's so hot. Why didn't I know about such a good guy in my husband's office?
Because you never had the chance to meet him?
Maybe. He's handsome, but he's not under contract. What a hard life you have.
Although he's not under any contract now. It's okay. I love my man.
As a friend, I think you shouldn't marry him. You know you cannot have a good marriage with bad finances. I don't want you to end up getting a divorce.
As someone who's been betrayed, I think you should mind your own business, Beverly. By the way, are you talking about your marriage? If so, then Beverly, you still have time to fix it.
Layla, it's my wedding. I know you're jealous of my happy ending, but that's too much.
Wow, it sounds like I'm the bad person here. Have you forgotten your love affair? You know what? I'm sick of you. The only reason I'm here today is because of Thomas, my fiancé. So stop being nosy and focus on your damn wedding.
Thomas? Why is that name so familiar to me?
Go ask your husband if you want to know.
Hey, Layla. It's Ethan. Beverly told me that you would attend my wedding with your fiancé. Is that right?
Yes, you heard correctly.
Then why are you sitting next to my uncle?
Because he's my fiancé?
What? Layla, this isn't fun, okay? What are you doing? I know I hurt you a lot. After everything about me and Beverly. But I thought you were over me, right?
Yes, I am. What's the matter with you, Ethan? I'm an independent woman. I can love whoever I want.
That's my uncle, Layla. It's weird, don't you think?
No, not at all.
Hold on. Are you taking revenge on me for cheating on you by marrying my uncle?
Huh. You're so confident. Don't be so delusional. Do you know that? Who do you think you are, Ethan? I love Thomas, and I had decided to marry him before I knew he was your uncle. Nothing is related to you.
Now you know he's my uncle. Leave him now. I won't allow my ex-girlfriend to be my aunt. That's crazy.
I don't think you can do anything to stop my marriage, Ethan. Thomas is a great man. Not a boy. Like you, he has his own mature perspective, and he knows what and who is good for him. So do I. You mean nothing to me now, Ethan.
Oh, come on, Layla. Let's be realistic about this. How can my uncle marry a girl like you? I mean, look at you. You're ugly, boring, and not charming at all. I can see your big belly from the stage. You know, my family needs a wife, not a pig. It's ridiculous that you even think you're going to marry him.
Hey Ethan, it's Thomas. Layla is my fiancée, and she's going to be my wife in only 2 weeks, so you'd better watch your manners.
Uncle Thomas? She's a liar. She doesn't love you at all, I swear. She's only using you to take revenge on me. Stop it before it's too late.
I don't think I have to explain my relationship with my nephew.
Look at me. I dumped her, and after 6 months, I have a beautiful wife, and so can you. You guys haven't got married yet. A CEO like you deserves a hot and beautiful wife, not a fatty.
Watch out for your words, Ethan. I'm not an idiot. I know my wife better than anyone. Even if she pretended to take revenge or anything, I would make her fall in love with me. Now call her Auntie Layla, or I'll take my apartment back.
What? No, you can't. You gave it to me when I got promoted as a company treat. If you take it back right now, where should I live? And my wife?
Then do what I said. Call her Auntie.
No way I'll do that.
What a pity. I hope you can find a new apartment in 2 days. Say goodbye to your brand new car, Ethan. I'll take it back too.
Why would you do that to me?
That's the price you have to pay when making my fiancée sad.
Okay, fine. I'll call her Auntie Layla.
Good. Be a good boy, Ethan. I believe that you're smarter after this incident.
You're crazy, Layla. I mean, Ethan's uncle? Really?
Beverly, your wedding is going on. You should be busier than this, right?
Yes, it is, but I don't know why my husband is so angry. He's been like that after texting you. Why did you tell him?
What a boy. Thomas just asked him to call me Auntie Layla, and now he's acting like someone has taken all of his candy. How old is he? 5?
What? You made him call you Auntie?
Why not? I'm getting married this month, so that's soon going to happen. You and Ethan should practice from now on.
Oh my god. You're such a witch. You accepted getting married to an older man to make our life miserable.
An old man? Beverly, open your eyes. Thomas is not an old man. He's only 10 years older than the 3 of us, and he's way more handsome than your stupid husband.
What? Didn't you say my uncle-in-law is the man sitting next to you?
Of course. Who else do you think?
Oh my god. When Ethan told me about his rich uncle who gave us the new apartment and car, I assumed he was an old man. Because, you know, wealthy men are usually fat and old. If only I had known he was a handsome, successful man.
See, I told you. Cheaters will revert to cheating. You're planning to steal my man again, aren't you?
Don't you think that I can?
Of course you can. Thomas is a man, not a boy. You can steal a boy easily, but with a man, you need much more, like brains, which I don't think you have.
Layla, don't challenge me. I stole your boyfriend once. I can do it again, whoever he is.
Oh, go ahead, little bride. I have the confidence to go to your wedding, and then I have enough to ruin your marriage.
You're lying.
Lying? Oh, honey. Do you know why Thomas agreed to give your husband an apartment? Because I asked him to. Why did you do that? I guess it's a small present from his aunt. By now, it turns out the apartment is the most valuable asset he has.
You're evil.
Be a good girl, Beverly. Call me Aunt Layla, or you and your husband will be homeless tomorrow. You cannot have a good marriage with bad finances, remember?
This ain't over yet. Just you wait.
Oh? I can't wait to see what you can do to me, filthy cheater. As expected, Beverly tried to seduce Thomas. She pulled out all the stops, using every trick in the book to wreck our family's happiness. But guess what? Every bit of her effort just turned into a pathetic joke in front of us. My husband and I won't let Beverly's embarrassing little antics sway us. When Ethan found out his wife was attempting to seduce his uncle, he lost it and kicked her to the curb. That sent him spiraling into alcoholism and a deepening depression. Eventually, Thomas couldn't continue covering for his nephew and had to let him go. Guess what they say is true? Chickens come home to roost.
I'm done with this. I'm making you quit your job and go take care of my family. I can't stand them anymore, and I'm never going back to their place to help them.
What? Are you crazy?
Don't act like this is new to you. You know I've been struggling with them for a long time. I told everyone I couldn't handle my parents alone. But you, my wife, you never lifted a finger to help me. You were too busy. I've spent a fortune on them. I'm at my breaking point. I've done everything I could for my parents. Now it's your turn to do your duty.
Hold on, Kelton. That's not what we agreed on. We promised to take care of our own parents when they got sick and old. Remember?
What?
You were the one who made that promise. Remember? 5 years ago, when my parents got seriously ill and needed our help, you refused to go with me. You said we should only care for our own parents, not each other's. And you said you were my husband and I should respect your decision.
Well, that was...
And that's why I've been taking care of my parents by myself ever since. They live far away, so I have to drive there every day, wasting 3 hours of my time. I remember when they first asked for help, I would stay with them all night and only get 2 hours of sleep between work and them. You know I did it all by myself. So now you have to do the same. You owe it to your parents.
Shut up! Your parents were nothing compared to mine. They didn't need as much care as mine do. My parents are 10 times more demanding. That's why I'm not going to keep that promise anymore.
What?
Your parents are dead, right? So you only had to take care of them for a year or two. Your mother died first, then your father. But my parents are not like that. They're going to live a lot longer and need a lot more care from you. They both have early dementia, but their health is still good. They'll be around for at least another 5 years. But I don't want to waste my time and money on them anymore.
You can't compare our parents, Kelton. They're not the same. We agreed to take care of our own parents, and that's what we'll do. You can't break your promise.
But my parents are your parents too, right? You married into my family, remember? That means you have to take care of my parents until they die.
Do you really expect me to go along with that selfish idea of yours?
Shut up, Harley. You're my wife, and you don't talk back to me. I'm sick and tired of caring for my parents. I'm done with it. You're going to take over for me. You're going to quit your job and become a housewife. And you're going to take care of my parents whenever they need you.
Are you insane? You want me to quit my job just to do your job. You're not only making me take care of them for you, but you're also taking away my job from me.
You know it's impossible to work and care for old parents at the same time. And I can't have you neglecting our house either. So you're going to be a housewife and do all the chores here. And then you're going to go out and take care of my parents. And I'll be free to go back to work and make more money for us.
You know I love my job, right? You know it makes me happy, right? But you don't care about that. You only care about yourself. You're too selfish to help your own parents. Why don't you just hire someone to take care of them? There are plenty of services that can do that. Or you can put them in a retirement home.
What are you talking about? That's a waste of money. You think I'm going to pay for something that my wife can do for free? I'd rather you just quit your job and do everything for me and my parents.
Have you ever thought about quitting your own job and taking care of your parents full time?
Are you stupid? I make way more money than you do. I'm not going to give up my income and depend on someone who makes peanuts like you. And what I said to you today is not a request. It's an order. You're my wife and you do what I say. You're going to quit your job and focus on the housework and my parents. And you're going to tell your boss that you're quitting today.
Hey, Luna. Long time no see. I hate to bring this up out of the blue, but I need to talk to you about your parents. I need to ask you if you'd be willing to help me take care of them.
What? You know that's not an option, right? I have my own life and my own job. I'm busy. And your parents are not my problem. They're my brother's problems. Why are you asking me to look after them when it's his duty?
But your brother can't handle it anymore? He's asking me to quit my job and take care of them full time? He wants me to give up my life for them. But I can't do that. So why don't we all share the burden? Why don't we all take turns caring for your parents and save ourselves from losing everything?
Oh, please. This is where the wife should step up, right? You should be ready to sacrifice yourself for us, for your husband and his family. Now, go and do your best with my parents, Harley, and leave us alone.
What?
And don't act like you don't know what to do. You've done this before, right? You took care of your own parents, right? I think you're the best person for the job. I have no clue how to help them.
Really? So you're going to act like I'm the only one who should care for your parents? Then can you at least chip in some money for us to hire some caregivers? Then none of us would have to go there all the time. And I wouldn't have to quit my job. We can hire someone to watch them during the week. Please help me pay for that.
What? Why should I pay for that? I don't have money for that. I have my own expenses. I'm not going to help you take care of my parents. And I'm certainly not going to pay for someone else to do it.
Are you serious?
Stop trying to dump your responsibilities on me, Harley. Just do your job as Kelton's wife and take care of his parents. You're his wife, remember? So don't bother me with things that stress me out. Quit your job and take care of his parents. That's all I have to say. I'm leaving my mom and dad to you, okay?
Hey, what the heck is up with this divorce paperwork? When I got back home from work, there was a bunch of filled out paperwork for divorce on the living room table.
I heard about everything from Luna. There's no need for me as your wife anymore since I'll no longer be caring for your parents. And I won't be able to make enough money with whatever job I find now, right? So I'm only doing as you guys have asked, and I'm leaving you. Why are you acting all surprised over that?
A divorce? Are you an idiot or something? You should be apologizing to me right now for what you've done. And handing me all that money that you've earned from your parents to me? And I was going to stay quiet about how useless you are and let you back into my house after all that.
So you both are only upset about what's happened because you wanted the money I made from your parents. But I'm sorry, Kelton. That money was earned by me for caring for both your mom and dad. I have no plan to give you the money I've earned, and we'll be divorcing you now.
I'm not screwing around right now. If you were to divorce me, then what would happen to my parents?
I thought you already knew that your sister would be taking over for me. She said that she's going to be their caregiver now, since she can earn $2,000 from them each month.
Well then, what about me? Who will care for me? Who's going to make my food for me every day and do the chores here?
I don't freaking know, you dunce. You should be able to do that sort of stuff yourself.
What?
I don't see you suffering from dementia right now, and you can still move around on your own without any help. So that means you can do all the chores and cooking yourself, right? You can't just expect to push all that work back onto me, now that I'm no longer caring for your parents. Oh wait, does this mean that you're the real parasite? Now, since you can't seem to take care of yourself without your wife?
Huh?
When I'm gone, there's not going to be anyone around for you that'll be willing to care for you as though you're some kind of old man. So, you're going to have to learn how to take care of yourself again as a single man. Because things will only become harder for you as you grow older and find it harder to remember things or walk on your own. Unless you start saving now for the future, where you'll need to put into a home or hire someone to come to the house and take care of you. I know that I'll have to do that now since I won't have a husband around to help me anymore. Although, it's not like you were helping me in any way in the first place.
Hey, Harley. I hear that you're stealing money from my parents, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. All you do is laze around all day. So why should they be paying you anything?
Huh? Luna, what are you talking about? I'm not lazing around or stealing anything from your parents.
Don't play dumb with me. I know everything that's going on with my parents and you. I know that you asked them to pay you to take care of them. And that's why they're giving you $2,000 a month.
Well, someone must have told you that, but the money is something that your parents and I agreed on. And it's none of your business. I had to quit my job to take care of them. Remember? So when your parents found out, they offered to pay me for my work.
But you're taking way too much from them. Why do you get to make $2,000 a month doing nothing? I've seen them recently, and they look fine. They don't have any signs of dementia or any other illness. Why are they paying you when they can just take care of themselves?
Wait, you've been visiting them recently?
Of course I have. My brother and I are concerned about our parents, and we wanted to see how their dementia was. But when I saw them the other day, they were absolutely normal. They didn't need you there. They certainly didn't need to pay you that much for nothing. I'm not going to let you take any more money from them when all you do is sit around their house and do nothing.
You're wrong, Luna. You don't know what it's like. Their symptoms have been worse lately, but they just had a good week. Normally, they're very difficult to deal with. They need me to do everything for them.
What?
They've been getting worse this past month, and they only looked okay this week. There are times when they leave the house and get lost, and there are times when they don't recognize me and tell me to get out of their house. It's not easy, Luna. It's not easy at all. And it's not just one of them. It's both of them.
Stop lying to me, you bitch. I told Kelton everything I saw and heard about you, and he was furious. He had no idea you were taking $2,000 a month from them, and he didn't agree with it at all.
You've got to be joking. The reason we never told him about the money is because he was the one who made me quit my job in the first place. He dumped his responsibilities on me.
You've been doing nothing for the past 2 months as a housewife. And you've also been robbing my parents of $2,000 a month. You're nothing but a leech, sucking the life out of everyone around you.
Did you just call me a leech?
I did. You've been living off my brother's hard-earned money. And now we've found out that you've been taking money from my parents too. For doing nothing. That's what leeches do. And because of that, Kelton doesn't want you as his wife anymore. I'm suggesting you divorce my brother right now.
What? Divorce?
If I had known they'd pay me $2,000 a month, I would have jumped at the chance to take care of my parents. It would have been the perfect job for me. I could just lounge around the house with my parents all day and make $2,000 for that. And I could take any day off and go to all the concerts I've been dying to see. I'm going to take your place as their caregiver. So that means you're out. You're fired as their caretaker. And I'm getting that sweet $2,000 a month from them now.
I'm so glad to hear that you're finally going to take care of your parents for me. But why do you have to make me divorce your brother for that?
Because you're useless to this family. And you'll be even more useless after I take your job.
What? Are you sure you know what you're talking about? How can you ask me something like that?
I know that after I take your job, you'll be desperate to find another one. But at your age, no one will hire you or pay you well. You have no value anymore, except for cleaning the toilet. And my brother can do that himself, so it's better for him if you leave.
You're lying, right? You're going to take care of your own parents just because you found out that they pay me, and then you think I have no place in your family? What's wrong with you and your brother?
I don't have time to listen to you whine about the truth. Just get out of our lives, you leech. I'm going to make sure you're divorced from my brother after you failed him and my parents.
Thank you so much. Then good luck with your parents.
Huh?
I'll get those divorce papers signed and delivered for you. And I really mean it when I say thank you. You've given me a new chance at life.
Wait, what? You're being told to divorce your husband and you're thanking me? Have you lost your mind? You should be begging me not to divorce you and offering me all your money to stop me from kicking you out of my brother's life, right?
No, anyone in my situation would be happy to hear this from you, and thank you. You've freed me from the hell of taking care of your parents. I've never been happier.
What? It was hell taking care of my parents? You really thought it was hell? Taking care of two healthy adults, huh?
Well, good luck with that. You have no idea what you're getting into. Dementia is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. And you'll soon find out how hard it is to care for two people who have it. They'll ask you for food over and over, even though they just ate. They'll forget who you are or where they are and scream at you. They'll even call the cops on you because they don't know you. And you'll have to explain to the cops that they have dementia. Good luck, Luna. You'll have to apologize to everyone because of them. But you'll get used to it.
What?
And don't forget that you'll have to be at their house every day, from dawn to dusk. And you'll have to do all the chores and cook all the meals. You'll have no days off, and you'll only make $2,000 a month. That's nothing to me. But you think it's worth it for all that work. That's so sweet of you.
Wait. Apologize to everyone? Cops? What are you talking about? Do my parents really cause that much trouble for you?
They do. And they've gotten worse since your brother stopped caring for them. I was hoping he would help me. But he said that since I'm a housewife, I should do it all by myself. And he never helped me again. And you know that I never wanted to be a housewife, right? I had to quit my job for this, and I got nothing in return.
You're lying, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bore you with my problems and your parents. You won't learn anything from me. You'll have to see for yourself. Now, I'm going to divorce Kelton, and you can take care of his parents.
I never thought it was going to be this tough taking care of two people with dementia. And only making $2,000 a month for all this work is not enough. And it's gotten to the point now where every day I'm spending close to 24 hours here, watching over them and doing everything around their house.
If you have the time to come to me with this sort of crap, then you have the time to ask your brother to come help you, right? He is your brother after all. So you both should be able to work together to deal with your aging parents.
Even if he does come to help, he's so full of himself that he makes me do all the hard work while he sits around doing the simple stuff. Anytime I ask him to help with anything that isn't watching them sleep or dusting the shelf for the 500th time, he told me that he can't be asked. Cleaning their bathroom is nasty and should be done by me. I don't know how to cook any meals. He's pretty much forcing me to do everything for them.
Well, if that's too much for you, then hire someone to come care for them. Or you could put them into a retirement home. You both can split the cost for that, so it shouldn't be out of the question, right?
But if I don't do that, then the $2,000 I make each month will go away. I do not want to lose that money I'm making right now.
What?
So please come and help me, Harley. You were able to care for them all by yourself, right? You can be here to help teach my brother and me how to do the more difficult things when we ask, or even allow us to do the easy things while you handle the harder tasks.
Everything is difficult when it comes to caring for those with dementia. Luna, you're just going to have to learn to deal with it all.
But I was thinking that this kind of work would be a piece of cake, and I'd be making $2,000 to do nothing. I was supposed to be making $2,000 a month to sit here in this house with my parents while they took care of me.
Weird to think yet you'd be willing to do all that after calling me the parasite. Well, I'm sorry that all of this caregiving work is getting to you, but it's too late now to back out of it. So, good freaking luck.
Please, I'm begging you to come and help. We're drowning here. Luna and I. I've been working non-stop at my parents' house, helping Luna with them. and I've had to take every day off work. My bosses are suspicious of me and they're thinking of slashing my salary. And they want to move me to a different office in the middle of nowhere. That would put me 3 hours away from my parents' house.
Wow, what a nice company you work for. If I were them, I would have fired you already for being so unreliable and absent.
How can you say that with such joy? I was finally getting my life back, with a great income. I've worked for years to get to this position, with all the raises I've earned, and now it's all going to disappear. The only way to save us all is if you come back here and take care of my parents again.
Really, Kelton?
There's no end to the work, Luna, and I have to do, and we're both at our wits' end. I want to go back to work and do my best before they move me and cut me off. So you have to come back here and help us or we're doomed. I mean, we got divorced, so you must be struggling too, right? You became a housewife after all. And I bet finding a job has been hell for you, right? So you should be happy to come back to me and be my housewife again, right?
I'm sorry, Kelton, but I'm back working for the company you made me quit. To tell you the truth, I never quit like you wanted me to.
What?
I just told my boss that I needed a few months off to take care of my family. As soon as we got divorced, I went back to work. And I'm making the same salary as before. Did you really think I was going to let you boss me around and make me your housewife? No way, Kelton.
Hey, what do you mean, Harley? I told you to quit your job and be my housewife, right?
Why would I ever do what you told me? You were so selfish to try to keep me from my job. I told my boss what you did, and he was on my side. He said he would give me up to a year off to take care of your parents and keep my job if I needed it.
What?
But I didn't even need a year because your little sister came to the rescue and took over for me. My boss was so happy that I was free from your parents, and we celebrated that day. I even got paid for my time off, and I have more than enough in my savings for when I retire. And to be honest, I never want to be your wife again.
What? I'm the one who's going to lose my salary and be forced to move to another office. You get to walk away from all this scot-free?
Well, if you didn't want this to happen, then maybe you should have kept your word and cared for your parents. I had it hard enough caring for both my parents on my own before they died. And then it was supposed to be your turn. But you dumped your turn on me and made me do twice the work. I think it's fair that you lose your salary and have to move to a faraway office after doing that to me. So stop whining and go deal with your sister and parents.
But that's...
If you really want to keep your job before your bosses make their decision, then you hire someone to take care of your parents and shut the hell up. I'm sick of hearing you complain about everything. You only care about yourself. You're a grown man, Kelton, and you need to realize that you have responsibilities. But if you're still going to act like a selfish jerk about all this, then don't bother me with it. Go cry to someone who actually cares.
Harley...
They're your freaking parents, Kelton. They gave up everything to raise you and make you who you are. So go and repay them and care for them in their final days. And if you can't do that, then at least have some respect and hire someone to do it for you. I'm done listening to you and your sister moan all day and night about your duties. I'm nothing to you now, so goodbye, Kelton. After that, Kelton and Luna decided to dump their parents in a home. But they didn't last there for more than a few days. Their parents caused so much trouble that the home kicked them out and sent them back to Kelton and Luna. If they had sent them to the home when they were still sane, they might have gotten rid of them for good. But they were too late and too lazy. They made me do their dirty work, and their parents got worse and worse. No one could deal with them except for them, and I think that's why they deserve. It makes me so happy to see them suffer. After their parents came back, Kelton couldn't work anymore and had to move to a crappy office in the middle of nowhere with a huge pay cut. And Luna couldn't go to any of the concerts she wanted to because she was too exhausted from taking care of her parents. She couldn't even leave the house.